Hey, how you doing? Alex Swinson here. I'm excited that you're here and I'm excited to go over this topic with you. Honestly, it's been one of the most requested topics to cover, so I'm excited to bring it to you and to cover this and to really answer any questions that you may have that I might have missed during this video and this content that I'm sharing with you. And to understand where I'm coming from, this is coming from where I was a Division I player, and honestly, I wasn't a great Division I player. I was really just an average Division I player, but I've been around a lot of great Division I players as a player, and I also coached and recruited at the Division I level. So this is coming from a scouter's view, a player's view, and just my experience in talking with scouts and recruiters and coaches at the Division I level. And I need to say this, there are many, many great levels. All of the levels are great at the college level. Okay, of course, we've got Division I, which we're going to cover today, Division II, Division III, junior college, and NAIA. All of them are amazing, okay? But I just know that most of you all are going for Division I, and that honestly, you guys have requested this, and I'd be happy to go Division II, Division III, junior college, and NAIA. I'd be happy to cover that if that's what you guys want. Please comment down below with any questions, any comments that you guys have. And if you like this video, select like, thumbs up, and subscribe. I put out a weekly video every week about recruiting, about self-development, and just continue to try to improve ourselves. With that said, let's dive into today's topic. All right, guys, let's get into it. So I want to start with the mind because it really does start with that. Everything kind of follows from there because if we don't have a good mindset about what we're doing, how we're going about things, the physical stuff is not really just going to work out, or really we're just not giving ourselves the best chances. So a Division I skill set, or one that you should be striving for, especially going through this recruiting process, is having a really disciplined mind, okay, and a disciplined routine and disciplined habits. So what does really discipline mean? To me, it means doing something consistently even when you do not want to do it, okay? You hear motivation a lot, and again, motivation is great to get things going, but motivation is fleeting, it doesn't last. Discipline is actually what keeps you going, okay? So have a disciplined mind. Be disciplined with your practices, with your training, and doing things when you don't feel like doing, because there's going to be days where you're tired, okay? And just where you rather go do something else. Maybe it's with a friend, but you know you need to get your training in. You stay disciplined to your routine because you have that long-term picture and long-term goal, and you know how to get to that end goal. You have to stay disciplined, okay? Plays when down, okay? I should say knows how to play when down. There's too many players in the high school level that when they're down, and when I mean down, you could be losing or you could be having a bad game, and they fold, right? They kind of collapse. Their body language is not good. It just goes all down here. But when you start learning how to play when you're down and continue to be good at what you do in your position and be a good teammate and be a good leader, that is a Division I skill set, and especially a great Division I skill set. Because I'm going to be real with you, not everybody at the Division I level does this, right? There are some players that get really down and have bad mindsets, but we don't want to be like that, right? So we need to start this right now in high school, especially through this recruiting process. So learn how to play when down, whether it's losing or if you're having a bad game, okay? Sense of urgency. Hey, have a sense of urgency to know that somebody's always coming for your position, okay? Somebody's hungry out there to take your position. You need to have a sense of urgency, continue to work and to train and to practice and to play and to help others around you, okay? Leads by example. This is just being a leader. And there's all different forms of leaders. But what successful people do, and there's all different types of successful people, whether it's in baseball or just life in general. But if you kind of come down to it, of what's something very common amongst them, even though there's many different successes and many different leaders, it's action. They take action, right? Lead by example by just taking action, doing what you're supposed to be doing, being a good person, being a good teammate, and again, going back to doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is training, practicing, working on your skill set. Awareness. Has really good body awareness. body awareness is so important because you can make adjustments as you go. There's going to be times, and there will be times, that you need to make adjustments on the fly, okay? Whether it's at bat, whether it's going through your motion, that you need to have good body awareness so you can make adjustments as needed. That goes with your mind and mindset. If you feel like your ego is getting too involved, or you're about to get really upset and it's not a good situation, you're aware of that. And situational, reading the situation around you, reading the people around you, and going off, making the best judgment, making the best decision that you can. And gets to the next one. Make good decisions on and off the field. This is a skill set, okay, that the great ones have and that we should be striving to have. You're not going to be perfect at this, but you need to be striving to get to these bullet points here all the way through, okay? Make good decisions off the field and make good decisions on the field. Let's get into physical, okay? Actually, before we get into physical, I want to go into how you practice, okay? Guys, if I were to give you the same training and practice things that the big leaguers do, right? All right, but you go at it just kind of nonchalant, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to really do much for you. But so my point is, it's not about what you practice, it's about how you practice. Are you bringing focus, effort, and intention to it? So anytime you're doing something, anytime a coach tells you to do something or something that you're doing on your own, you need to have full focus, full effort, and full intention. And that's really where you're going to get better and improve your skill set, especially on the physical side, because I know that's what a lot of us want to know, the physical side. So have full focus, full effort, full intention, and do not go through the motions, okay? Too many guys go through the motions of great drills, but they don't get anything out of it because they didn't have those three components, okay? On the physical side, so you guys need to understand that, hey, we should be striving to get to this point, whether it depends on what year you are. Now, if you're a senior in high school, you need to be at the measurables that I'm about to talk about, okay? If you're a freshman or sophomore, you don't need to be there quite yet, okay? So I'm going over these measurables right here of what a Division I skill set looks like for a pitcher of all the positions, okay? So from a pitcher's standpoint, and we're going to go at all the levels, so really just the Power Fives, okay, the highest level Division I, and then the mid-majors. So I'm going to stick with those to keep it simple. So right-handed pitchers, from a miles per hour, we have to have velo, okay? It is important, okay? Especially at a high level, the Power Five. We want to be 87, 88 going into there at least, okay? 87, 88. When I was at Ole Miss, we had 10 guys throw over 92. And this is consistently, okay? So you can't just pop 87 once and then you're consistently 83, 84, 85, 86, okay? You need to be consistently, to be at a Power Five, okay? You need to be consistently there. Are there exceptions to this? Yes, there's exceptions to all of this, but the majority is this. Left-handed pitcher, okay? Left-handed pitcher, hey, around 85, 86, right in that range for mid-major, again, consistently, and then they're popping maybe 88, 89 as we go, okay? Has very good command. Pitchers have very good command, at least 2 pitches that they can throw for a strike, good breaking ball slider, and a developing changeup, okay? As far as skill set, now you have a good repeatable mechanics, okay, that helps you throw strikes. So you need to have velo, you need to throw strikes, and make repeatable mechanics as you go, okay? So from a pitcher's perspective, that is a skill set that Division I players have, or Division I players that are going into it have. And if you're a sophomore, you don't have that yet, hey, that's okay. You're working to that, okay? You're working to that. From a catcher standpoint, this hits my heart right here because I was a catcher. So pop time is important, okay? It is flashy. I was never a huge pop time guy. I was just kind of consistent average. I told you guys earlier, I was just an average player, but I did everything kind of well, just not great. And that contributed. You know, I wasn't really high in one level and really low in one level. I was just kind of really good, or not really good, just average at everything and contribute where I needed to contribute. But for a catcher standpoint, 2-0 and below is really kind of what we need. Of course, there's exceptions to that. If you got a really good hitting catcher that hits, like close to 400 to 500 with a lot of home runs, a lot of doubles, they'll take a 205, maybe 2-1, and hopefully develop them. Again, there's exceptions to this. But what we want as a catcher is 2-0, right around there. and is able to really receive really well and can handle arms, okay? And that is just has a leader persona about them, walks around like a leader, but can handle pitchers really well, okay? And then we got to be able to block as well, okay? But we got to be able to hand velo, and especially at a high level, we got to be able to handle 90, 92 with movement, okay? And handle those really well and help be a leader behind the plate. Middle infielders, hey, we need to have good feet. We need to have good hands, smooth hands working through the ball. And again, some of this stuff is subjective to the scout, but I'm trying to be as foundational as I can. But really good feet, really good hands, good range in the middle infield, has a good arm, and can run, run 6'9" or below. If we're looking at arm strength, at a high level, you're 85, 86, 87 and above easily. And then mid-major Division I's, you're still kind of around there, honestly, okay? Middle infielders do need to hit, okay? They need to hit well for average and for some pop. Go back real quick. For catchers, hey, you still need to hit, okay? Defense is number one, no doubt about it. But at the Division I level, you still got to hit, okay? I was like a 280 hitter in college, okay? Trust me, I wish I was better, and I wish I would have been more, but I got it done, but I was a really good defensive catcher, and that kept me in the game, okay? And I was able to handle pitchers well, okay? But you got to be able to hit at all the positions. I don't really care what you've heard. You got to be able to hit a little bit, okay? So middle infielders, you really got to hit. You got to hit better than really the catchers, okay? Or you have to be absolutely superb middle infield, like on another world. Corners, hey, we need some power. Corners, we need some power, especially at the highest level in the Power Fives. Third baseman, got to have a good reaction being over there at the hot corner. And footwork and hands somewhat. Doesn't have to be the middle infielders level, but hey, reaction, quick first step to get to that ball that's down the line or in the hole. And then, hey, we got to be able to hit, okay? Running, not much of a big deal. First baseman, hey, have good footwork at first base around the bag, be able to pick it, and again, hey, mash. Okay, outfielders need to go get it in the outfield, okay? Try your best to play center as much as you can if you're in the outfield in high school and summer ball, because it helps you with reads. It helps to see if you can go get balls in your range out there. Got to be able to hit a little bit, average and power. Not like the corners, but still hitting really helps. Arm needs to be pretty good, and you got to be able to run. Okay? But as far as the skill set, I covered a lot there, and I try to condense it. But let me know what questions you have down in the comments. I hope this helps. Use this as goals and things to reach for going through your high school career and moving forward. Again, go on and comment down below, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.